Howdy y'all, this is Stone Hook, Orange, Texas. It's Monday night. I just got home from work a while ago. Ate some homemade biscuits, eggs, and bacon. I think I'm gonna survive. I kinda watched Jack Crafty live the other day, and Danny Collins make a nice Scotch bluff. It got me thinking about a Clovis, so that's what I'm gonna try to make out of this thing, is a Clovis. Maybe just a hair smaller than that, but the big debate is whether they fluted it at the end of the process or maybe somewhere in the middle. I'm not gonna say, I'll just show you what I think. It's just a little Texas rock though. I picked a little small rock like this. Boy, I've been hurt my elbow the other day, and then I've been on an excavator all day digging a drainage ditch for 3 days now. And my arms are like noodles. Well, I just can't get a grip on that little shiny edge right there. I think it's... Yeah, ooh boy, that's a sweet looking rock. You can't beat a good raw Texas tab. But this little rock, I ain't got no room to waste hardly or nothing, but I do got a little extra corner here especially, so I'm gonna use that right there, set up platform and try to take off a big old flake over here. Just want to take some little bitty flake, don't want to break off any flakes or anything. I just took some small, short flakes too to get me a little bit of convexity coming over there where my platform's gonna be right here. Need a little bit more. That's a good wide platform for us. What little napping I've done lately, I've been missing a bunch. Left, right, just can't hit where I'm aiming at all. I'm gonna cradle this thing in my fingers right back there. I'm gonna hit it like right there. And the plan is, let me see what it feels like. I hit right there. It'll peel off a flake. It ought to come on over on this corner, even maybe wrap down here. That's what I'm gonna go for. It'll come out here. Take off the whole end of the rock a little bit. That might be wishful thinking, but I don't know. I think, well, actually when I get back, my angle's a little bit wrong maybe. I might not get this corner here. I'll brace my hand against my leg so that rock ain't gonna ricochet much or nothing. Get me lined up. Then look like Kung Fu. I hit a little bit too short, I think, but not really. Being as at that angle, I couldn't get it to go down the rock, but I think I can get this. I get rid of that little bit of concavity right there. And there's another platform to put my back edge support right back here now where I want this flake to go, because I want this one to come down there and cut off about where the rest of that line is. It's hard to get that angle too though, so I'm probably gonna get a little bit deeper on this side. Well, not really. I'm not no deeper, but that's perfect. That's just what I was wanting. I could just see that's what a clothes maker's doing, probably. Maybe. I ain't saying he was, because I don't know. But I know they did use some overshots and stuff. I got to hold a big old clovis point that was found on McFadden Beach. It did have practically all overshot. 3 big overshot flakes down each side. It's kind of a flat point, like a pancake almost. With some good pressure flake edges. Heavy, pretty heavy, but pressure flaked edges. And 2 beautiful flukes, one on each side. But that right there is a concavity. If I hit this little point right there, all that energy will go down that little sharper end, because that's the most mass it's got to go, kind of travel to there. So I won't just put my finger over that, won't go very far, and bonk it off a little bit. It did kind of knock off that ridge a little bit, but it kind of transformed it from a point sticking out there. And now I'm going to use that for another platform. I think I'm going to set one up right here first and see what I can get from this side. But before I really do that too, I need to go ahead and get this edge skint, because I ain't got no extra rock to be playing with, so I'm just gonna cradle that back there in my fingers and hit that dude right there and try to drive his flake down all the way to the end. I really ain't crazy about that angle though. And that cortex right there, I don't trust that. I don't trust that hitting that right there. Dang, I tried to bevel that with that cortex. It just broke off there. That ain't gonna work. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just use that little low spot, take the flake off, clean that up a little bit, because you can't get nowhere hitting that. Didn't exactly clean it up all the way right there, but I don't have a bevel left either. But since that took so much off, I'm gonna take another flake, go ahead and get some more meat off this side and get a little bit closer to this side over here before I start trying to do too much with it. This flake here got that big ridge, so I'm gonna turn that rock up like that a lot, where the energy will go more right down this ridge. If I have it flat, the energy gonna want to come back into here. But if I turn it over like that, it'll keep that energy right down that ridge more so. And that's the important thing about thinning the rock, any rock. If you're thinning it, them flakes have to be going over halfway, or you're not thinning. You're just getting narrower. Know what I mean? So it's good to just look at this thing and set up some good big platforms and take advantage of the mass that's in this rock. The mass that's in there too, as it gets smaller, it's harder to get big flakes like that. Especially without good contour, because these flakes ain't got the best contours built in. You know, there's no contours really established hardly yet. But this here, I don't know, I'm gonna I just need some more mass off there. I'm gonna try to get a big old flake to come across. Maybe thin this side right here a little bit more. So that's where I'm gonna try to put my back edge support kind of right there where I want that flake to go to. But I can't hold it. I'm gonna have to push it into my fingers right there. Again, we'll turn it up where this energy will go right across right there. Now I got this big old concavities and a bulb of percussion there. Those little lips that turn up right there are good for nothing. You can't get a flake off of either side of that thing, so you really, I just either grind them down a little bit and just bonk them off. Just turn that rock up and barely catch that edge. So you can get rid of that. See, that just got rid of most of that big old concavity. Like, see, it's still left on this side. It's hard to show that, but that's nothing but a big old concavity right there with a ridge running at an angle to the workpiece. So it really pays to knock off them little corners right there. Just to clean up that. See, it made it a big wide kind of surface there now, instead of a little sharp bulb of percussion. I believe I take me a little short flake. I just want a little short flake right there, so I'm gonna turn this rock down and bonk that corner. That wasn't exactly what I had in mind. We'll get a little one. That'll do it. It just got me down below center line enough where I can hit like right here. I'll put my back edge support right over here. And this flake ought to go plumb over there. I don't know what it's gonna do through all that, but I don't know if you call this overshot flaking or coast to coast, I guess. It don't matter to me what we call it. But I don't like hearing people say that when you get overshot, it was a mistake. It's not necessarily a mistake. That's a mistake when you miss and hit too short and get a little bitty flake instead of a... See, I didn't even hit up there. My whole dot and everything is still there. So I killed that platform. If I could get a little, if I could catch that corner and get another little flake right there, oh, I could. Can't get in there though. Did a little bit. I'm just gonna hit right there and see what I can get now. Now I might be able to take me another little flake right there. Man, ain't working. It's kind of crumbling. So now I'm just gonna try to regain control mode. I'm gonna hit right there though and try to get a flake across right there. That'd be a really good plate to hit right there and get me some of this mass off right there, but that's just so crumbled up, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna hit right here and take some of this end off. Then I could turn it over here like this, maybe get a little... That's way too steep. I'm gonna try to hit it anyway. I'm gonna just turn it down a little bit where it's not driving straight in there and just try to get that mass off, because I got me a heck of a mass area right there now. I didn't hit quite deep enough up on there to get big enough flake. That flake was just too thin. But it's a danger in that big squared off, that thing being too steep. It's a danger of if I did get up there deeper, it might have went over here and cut off the whole side of the darn point. That would be the kind of overshot you wouldn't want necessarily when you ain't got no extra rock over there to cut off. But I done got to the point now I got to get this side scant. And by then I might get some more access to that little spot right there. So I'm gonna just go around it here and get rid of them little concavity edges like that and try to establish me a little bit of a bevel, something to get started back on this side. It don't have to be a full bevel all the way around. But if you can get just one flake started on this side, you can use the edges of it normally to get another flake. You get that. If you look at the edge though, that's the ridge coming off there. That was that bubble cushion. That ridge is just going back at a 45 degree, or more than a 45 across the point. So you turn it up, just bonk off that corner first. And then still there's no place for this flake to go except over the heel right there. So take another short flake. Now see, that moved it kind of a platform more right here in line with where there's more meat. I'm gonna turn it back this way and take what, hitting that cortex ain't very predictable. I'm gonna get this corner established a little better too. I kind of missed again. I hit to the left and way too far up on there. But don't matter. Well, it might if I keep doing that though. Golly. Oh, we hit that right there. Try to come all the way across. There's like a seam in the cortex or something. It jumped over. I'm really in damage control now, so I don't know what to say. I mean, I kind of goofed up over here and left a big ridge going across it, but that ain't no problem. If I can get this side scant right here, I think I can clean that up. There's home, Kibby. What's up, home, Kibby? Where you been? I think I worked too close to this surface over here on this side, because I ain't got enough chert left in there. Missing. I'm getting kind of frustrated or something. I don't know. I'm tensed up so bad, leaning over in my chair. I can't believe how that side just flaked off there. It's kind of really, really flat. If I can just get this side to flatten back out to it, it'll be a cool looking little preform, I think. Yeah. Well, I meant to hit right over here. That turned out okay again. I'm gonna have to get up and walk around a minute or something. Relax. That little edge is really goofed up right there. Now I think I got me a spot where I could get a flake. Well, it's risky though, because that platform just ain't well built. Kind of got a flat spot on it right there on the end. So I better work on it a little bit more. All I can do is try to take just a tiny flake at like at a 45-degree angle across the back side of that thing to try to shear off a flake, and I need to get a flake right there where it crumbled. Hardly can't even see them crumble. Kind of like that little spot right there just ain't letting me get a tiny flake. I'm gonna try again though. I got it that time. It'll be flake, see? I cleaned up part of that little broken edge. There's still some of it there. Got another flake, yeah. Now I'm gonna ease over here and try to do that little 45 degrees. Get one back this way. That side's rounded off over. I don't think I'm gonna get one. So I'm just gonna have to go with what I got there. I have missed. I was lucky I didn't break it because I hit one over here a second ago. But that platform was kind of rounded and too strong. It still is right there. That helped, but I had to hit way up on the edge and take off some of the darn edge to get that. And now I gotta get past it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that off there. I just don't have a good platforms or contours or anything. I run out of rock to work with to be able to get that, I think. But I'm gonna go, if I could just get lucky and catch a spot right here, that would drive me a good flake up on that hump. I might make it. I'm gonna hit this one first, get that out of the way, because it's kind of bugging me to aim with this. Dang, I almost made it worse. Probably did make it worse. Looky there. That wasn't perfect, but it still left a little bit of a, where it encountered all that mass, it influenced the flake scar right there, but that helped a whole lot. I really don't have a good setup to get that last little bit of mass right there either. I'm gonna try to hit like right there, not that little thick spot, but right there. If I can just get a flake to go up there and just take some of that off right there. You can see that little ridge. I might have a chance, but if I can't do that, there's gonna be no chance. But again, I'm gonna drive this flake first, because it's sticking out there and kind of in my way. When I go to aim right there, that kind of bugs me. Look like it broke off. Oh. There. I didn't just get enough power into it, but if I would have had, though, it was headed right there where I wanted it to go. I really probably should have got a smaller bopper. I'm gonna go down to a 3/4 inch, because that big old bopper just ain't moving fast enough to rip them flakes off fast enough. I'm trying to cheat without grinding that like I need to and stuff, because I feel like I've just blown this video how to make clovers. Darn it, I missed to the left and that flake went to the left. Turn it, didn't go. Yep. I'm gonna try again. It's a little bit bigger rock. That other rock wasn't half this size. That's just a raw Texas rock. Got it off Keith at the Napa Inn. Pretty sure that's where I got it. But I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna hit like right here just to get a flake come off. Give me a little bit of a ridge. And I'm gonna use the platform about right here and take an overshot flake. It's got a big old divot in it, so this flake will probably come over there around that divot. I'll probably get this one here to take off some of that edge too, which would be good. But you can do that when this rock is heavy. You can do it when it gets down light, but it's really way more critical. At this point though, it's not that hard to do. I don't think. I want to use a 1 1/4 inch cap bopper. And I'm gonna put my fingers right there where I want that flake to go to. Turn that rock up a little bit because it's on the end. If I lay it flat, that energy probably wants to come back to the ridge where it's sitting on my leg and all that. But I turn it up like this, that center of that energy go right down that flake right there. It still went back this way some. I really ain't used to doing this on my leg. It's been too long since I've done this on my leg much. I'm way more comfortable doing it freehand right out here. Like that one right there. That's a big flake, but that platform is kind of angled a little bit more than I would like. If I could get one more flake right there. Yeah. Now I got me a big old platform because I can't get where I'm aiming anyway. I got my aim right there and hit one over here. I'm putting my fingers right there where I want that flake to go to, see? And use my thumb to squeeze back against them. And just line that flake up where it's gonna go right, the energy go right down the middle of that ridge right there, kinda. It didn't do exactly like I planned. But it's close enough. I mean, that's the same concept pretty much. Now I got a big old bulb, cushion, and cavity right there. That's just plumb useless. So I'm gonna just take a short flake right there. Well, if I hit it, that's some thick cortex. I don't know why I wasn't expecting a thick cortex like that, but I don't like to hit cortex at all if I can help it. I mean, sometimes you got to hit it some, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this wide spot where I'm up there a little bit. I'm gonna take a big flake back this way, just short, set me up another platform and try to get me another big flake come over here and take off some of this edge. I need to get rid of that though. If I hit this cortex and just can't do it though. I can take me a little flake right back here, and I'll set me up a platform to get a good flake right there somewhat, but I don't necessarily need to do that yet, but it really won't hurt nothing. I kind of made this like a low spot. I'm gonna just see what I can get off of all them. That's just a bad spot with a hole and some crumble. I'm gonna just hit that and see what I can get rid of back there a little bit. While I got that little low spot. Ooh, well, I can't hit it. Damn, I'm doing that around for a little platform right there. Curve wheel knife. This ain't best contours for overshot or nothing, so I'm not gonna try that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and take a big flake right here. Not a really big flake, just a big metal flake kinda. That's a little bit steep. I better hit another flake there kinda. Oop. Yeah, but not quite so steep, but kind of crumbled right there, so that's not a very good platform. If I could get one more flake right there. This rock is kind of not very, I don't know. It's not just flowing along real smooth. Here, I'm gonna put my fingers back edge support over here just to get this. I want this flake to go over there and just peel off that whole area right there. Hey, what do you call that? It went right over there. I don't think it took off none. It might have took off a little bit of this edge. I should have got it. And look, Jack Crafty says if it takes off some of the edge, well, it did. It did take off some of the edge, so I guess that's the overshot. But he also says that's a mistake. I don't believe that. Because when that thing rolled over right there, now I got the perfect angle to work this edge a little bit, prepare it. Some of them are smoother than that, you know, but I have a perfect bevel to shoot flakes back across the other side. Ain't the best platform, but I'm gonna just try to get a flake come across right there. I don't know, I think if I turn it up this way and hit right in here, I can get a big old flake. I could probably get it to come all the way back over here, right where my fingers are. By turning that rock up a little bit, I'm gonna grind it a little more. Yeah. Nah. Just didn't have enough mass and energy in that flake to cut through there. I'm gonna hit right where that cortex ends right there. Put my back edge support over here and I'm gonna try to get this flake to come over here and cut off more of this corner. Matter of fact, I'm gonna aim it back here where I hope I can get under all that and cut off some of that corner too. That's what I'm going for. Well, that ain't what I guess it took off a lot of mass. I didn't know exactly how that was going to work out. Move that cortex right there. That would be a good platform. I'm gonna put my back end support this right over here best I can. This is things that are weird angle, hard to hold, but I'm gonna try to hit that right there and just take off this end right there. You gotta start looking at it, 'cause you take big flakes like that in the wrong places, I mean, you can really put some twist in a blade really fast. But I need a lot of mass off right there. And on this side, I need some mass off right across, mostly right there. That plate's a little bit bigger than I anticipated I wanted, but I'm gonna aim this one right in there. I don't know what it's gonna do because I got a lot of mass and a ridge right there. It's gonna affect it in ways that I don't really know. It's probably gonna try to turn down the point right there. Well, dang cortex. Didn't mean to take that big plug out the church. I was just trying to knock the cortex off. Wish that would have wrapped over that little ridge a little bit farther. think I really need to get this thing free-handed now. Turn the camera down a little bit. Turn it this way a little bit. Yeah, 'cause I done got all out of whack. I didn't execute very well. Bad night. I got my elbow brace on, just trying to support that a little bit. It hurts. It don't hurt so bad swinging like this, but certain movements kill it. There's a little thick spot right there, and this won't come off. Kind of broke off there. I can't left rock, I'm kind of lost control here. But that don't really bother me. I'm still having all the fun you could have. I just need to take a break though if I go to getting too crazy. Maybe that's the best lesson learned in this whole video, and the last one is, if you go to messing up, take a break, come back. That darn Cortex is tough. Burn, I'm gonna break it. I get the Cortex off. Meat. That didn't go like a plan, that kind of. Just a disaster there. Oh, that Cortex just won't let me get what I want to out of it. I'm starting to miss again. I might have to go walk around a minute or something. Been working on excavators most all day. Oh gosh, look. Well, it just got shorter for sure, because that ain't gonna work. I don't know what the heck happened. But my arms are just like noodles, and my elbow hurts. But my belly's full. I just can't hit. I'm fixing to get up. See, I hit too short. I'll be right back. Take a break. Let me see. I'm in the process of shortening up this tip due to, I don't think that I caused that right there. I think that's a natural feature in the rock. But I could be wrong. It don't really matter to me whether I caused it or not. I'm gonna fix it. I'm hitting worse now than I was. Looky there.